weekly roundup. Here's what happened this week on Cheryl Underwood Radio. And we're back with more Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, Super Producer Inc.
It's the weekly roundup. Here's what happened this week on Cheryl Underwood Radio. And we're back with more Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, Super Producer. We're in the sports bar where men come to talk and women come to eavesdropping. We're a lot of people might say, Cheryl Underwood Radio. Sometimes they just not all the way there. They're not paying attention to what's going on. We're paying attention to this. That Kyle left first.
Right.
Then Courtney left.
Yes. Yes. Again.
But right before we were getting ready to go into the sports bar, where men can be talking, women coming to eavesdrop. And Kyle Irby could be in heaven. But he probably is in heaven.
That's right.
He's with Courtney. What was that? What was the little parlor game or the thing that was 7 minutes in heaven where you had 7 seconds in heaven when you had to go in the closet? Wasn't that?
Oh, yeah.
To go in the closet to make out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think they went in the closet to make out?
For about 7 seconds.
7 seconds. Because neither one of them are here.
In the closet.
Okay. So. It's an absolute disaster for Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, man.
What happened?
Could be heaven for Kyle.
I didn't read my stuff.
You so stupid. It's a disaster. So brought in free agent George.
Yeah.
And Carmelo.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, yeah. Paul George. Yeah.
And they lost the first round?
Cheryl, absolute, yes, disaster.
How bad was
all
it?
levels.
How bad was it?
Probably be competitive with Golden State. In reality, they lost to Utah, so.
Oh, and that's how is that how the Rockets going to advance?
Yeah, the Rockets advance, and they'll play Golden State, so the two of them will advance. And probably on paper, Oklahoma City is probably the third best team in all the NBA, and they lost the first round. But why it's so important? Because of Paul George, who's from LA, who's a free agent this year, who a lot of people think he's going to go where he goes and team up with him.
Yeah.
But how you keep him in Oklahoma City is winning, and you did not win.
Right, so he's going to bail before the Titanic hits the iceberg.
That's what I would think, so absolutely.
So I guess my how you do bail before the Titanic hits the bail the water out the boat. Okay, got it. Okay, I really didn't understand what I just said, but it
made sense.
It was Kanye West genius.
Right.
There you go, genius. We're in the sports bar where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. You're listening to Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Late 40s, early 50s. That's not uncommon. It's a lot of. I mean, I can give you examples like that.
But it's a good thing he's dead because she can actually move on. Like, you can't move
She
on.
can't know.
If he was alive, if he was alive and she found out she was having sex with her father for 15 years, you can't move on from that. Somebody's got to die.
You can't. It's gonna be hard.
Somebody's got to die.
So wait,
that means he didn't know either, though.
Immediately, so I can stop vomiting because I don't have nothing else left to vomit. All my insides,
but that
all
would
my
mean
skeleton.
he didn't know either. That's what would be the crazy part.
Well, he wouldn't. He still doesn't know because he's dead. How does that game go? Marry, screw, kill? How does that work when it's your dad? Oh my gosh, we talk about stuff like this and more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately, the radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com and on YouTube live where you can see it.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now. Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
So you're your biggest asset. You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle. Toxic. Hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values. And if those decisions don't align with your values, then that's when you say no.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BigExposedRadio.com.
It's the weekly roundup. Here's what happened this week on Cheryl Underwood Radio. And we're back with more Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, it's time for our final thoughts, and Kyle Irby.
Yeah, Cheryl Underwood.
Maybe I should do this first.
Go ahead.
It's my honor to announce the 202nd affiliate of Cheryl Underwood Radio, KRGNLP FM 98.5, a radio station serving Central Texas.
Come on, now.
Ron Grace is the president of Prosperity Broadcasting, and we are very happy that Ron Grace saw fit to add Cheryl Underwood Radio and everything that we do to the KRGNLP 98.5 family. We hope that everyone will enjoy listening to us. In Central Texas. And congratulations, Rob Wilkins. Our Vice President of Affiliate Relations, HBCU Initiatives and Promotions to bring us to 200. Into affiliates. Kyle,
sure. I want to say thank you, Cheryl.
Okay, okay.
I want to thank you for the show, but I do want to thank Courtney for being patient patient.
Wow.
You know,
It's like that.
Yeah, she's being patient. I can't always leave early.
Okay.
I still got baby mama to feed.
Wow.
Right, so.
Okay.
I want to waiting patiently.
She's going to earn it today.
So I think we need to play a song.
Well, yeah, I mean,
what's the song? What's the song?
Can we get some reunited? Sure.
Why? Why? Why do you want to hear reunited? Come on,
the
Vic.
show's finally over. Courtney
That's right.
We'll be reunited in the parking structure.
And the parking structure.
The parking structure.
But you see, you see two adults kissing in the parking structure. You know something scandalous going on. Because you could be kissing at home.
Y'all just couldn't wait.
Tell her to turn the damn car off. I see exhaust popping from that thing when I'm walking over there.
Messing up the environment.
Messing up the environment.
Right, but she wanted to get the car. So she just jumped out the car and didn't even put it in gear. Just rolled down the hill.
You know.
But you know what I love about this show?
What you love about
is that
the
we
show?
can laugh and joke with each other because soon I'll be reunited with eBay. As we started the show. I need to get some more eBay.
No.
I know my accountant is really mad right now.
He should be.
But it's not his money.
It's not his money.
And as long as I pay all my bills.
Has he seen the statements?
Yeah, yeah, because it's a monitored everything. We monitor everything, so it comes up.
He texted me already. Kyle, what can you do?
And wait a minute, Harry Sutherland. Harry Sutherland, watch me work.
Text
and the fact that two dudes that work for me and with me are talking about the money I make. Right. And then but hey, if you get to talk about that, you can talk about how I invest my money and build my corporation.
Come on now.
Because all the money I make pays for Cheryl Underwood Radio.
That's right.
So when we're talking about things that we like in companies, and stuff, we don't get payment for that. We just talking about how we feel. So one day I'm gonna be reunited with some sponsors.
There you go. Come on now.
And hopefully we can reunite with eBay.
Here's what happened this week on Cheryl Underwood Radio. And we're back with more Cheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. In case you missed it. Will we see a boycott of TMZ?
Oh, no.
And why not? You just advanced the thought of 400 years and more was a choice made. So why are we not calling for a boycott of this? And I'm not calling for the boycott. I'm just saying, of everything that we boycott, why is nobody mad that there was a platform given? To this type of thing. Harry Southern, you say what?
I mean, if I boycotted anybody, it'd be Kanye, not TMZ.
Why not? Tell me why not.
Well, I think it's a matter of principle. First of all, I want to say that I appreciate the thoughts of Van Lathan. I believe that
you appreciate him because you agree with him, or do you appreciate him because he said him, or do you appreciate him because he represented what you feel?
Well, sometimes you got to stand on principle.
Pull your mic down a little bit so it's not over your mouth. Say it again. You said what? I can't hear you. You are on. So we're on live right now?
That's what it sounds like.
You said on
Yeah. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling out there? It's your boy, Miles Banks, here with Mr. Nate the Great. We in the studio, new studio, trying to hold it down on the ones and twos. And we making it work, man. How you feeling about everything, Nate?
How's it going? Just pretend as if.
Hey, gotta keep it pushing. Gotta keep it pushing.
So, where I'm at right now, can you turn the second one down just a little bit?
This one?
Yeah. I was about to go crazy. That's great. So we're back here on the Artist Exchange radio show. I can't do this. On BigExposeRadio.com. I'm your host, Nate. We have Mr. Miles, Mr. Motivation in the building.
How y'all feeling out there?
So this month is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
And I'm not going to sit on here and bash Kanye because I think that's enough. I will say, though, I'm really upset at how we're demonstrating our frustration. I'll equate it to like an infant, like a newborn, and like a senior citizen going through Alzheimer's. You cannot yell at them to make them behave. You cannot yell at individuals. It's good now. No, that is good. Yeah. Okay, you can't. So that's how I equate how people are treating Kanye right now. Something's clearly wrong. He's admitted that he's been checked into a hospital for days or more, and that he's on medication. Crazy. So people's reaction to him is to yell and be angry and throw like dirt at him, which is really crazy because it does not help him to do anything. Like, it doesn't help him to get better or to I don't know what the word is, to heal.
Yeah.
It doesn't help. Like, I remember my mother used to work in, she doesn't work, she was the home care provider.
Right.
Like in between her many other professions. And I remember, like, my uncle came over to help one time, and one of her patients was suffering from dementia. And his way of, like, working with him was to be angry and frustrated with him. And in my mind, I'm like, that's not going to work, because one, he's not even in your present right now. Like, mentally, he's not where you are. Right. So yelling at him will only make the part of him that can understand, which is probably a small percentage based on his, it will only make that part more frustrated, because he was completely in dementia or Alzheimer's, but like a part of him was still able to, like, get to the bathroom on his own. He just needed a little assistance. So just imagine being in a world where, like, your reality is starting to become like tunnel vision, and it's closed, and you feel it and you see it. Imagine how frustrated a person is when they know they're not in line like they used to be.
Wow.
And you can feel it. And imagine a person who can't feel it, who just is in another space, in another time. I don't call people crazy for that reason, because you never know if it will ever happen to you, and how would you want to be treated if you're ever in that space. So I look at someone like Kanye as being able to, I'm trying to kind of word it in a way, I don't disagree with a lot of what he said, because I believe it to be true. And specifically what he was saying about slavery, he made a remark, 400 years of slavery. At some point, that was a choice. And it's not too far from the quote that we used from Harriet Tubman. I think she said, I freed 1,000 slaves, and I could have freed 1,000 more had they only known they were slaves. And I think people, most of the people in this world are interpreting what Kanye is saying to mean we were comfortable with slavery.
Right.
But in a way, we weren't comfortable with it. Because when the Emancipation was signed and people were able to leave freely their plantations, a lot of people stayed.
Yeah.
A lot of our family members that still live in the South stayed. Often, many of them stayed. And that was the whole idea of what sharecropping was. Many of them were ex-slaves who decided to stay on the plantation and continue to work. But in this case, they were given a piece of land, and they were able to live and work on that land. But the only requirement was they had to give like 60, 70% of that back to the owner of the land.
Right.
And it's nothing, there's no right or wrong in this, but he learned what he learned. The same way you pick up a book and you learn what you learn. That's how he was able to learn.
And I was going to say, too, like, you got to realize, like, me and you sitting here right now, but we both have two different perceptions of life as it is right now.
Right.
So your perception is completely different than my perception. It don't mean that I'm crazy or you're crazy,
right,
but we just have two different ways of looking at it based on our circumstances.
But some people feel that one of us is crazy.
Right.
And it's not crazy. It's just based on education. We went to two different elementary schools. We went to the same middle school, and then we went to different high schools. Right. And I'm going to tell you, in high school, for me, I got one day of Black history, and that was basically to tell me that slavery was not as bad as it was. Now, if I was crazy in my mind and did not know any more or any better, I would have taken that and run with it. The same way a lot of those non-Black people in that class was like, oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And I don't understand his relationship with Trump. So that's the part of the argument that I don't agree with anybody speaking about Kanye this way, because he made a great point. At one time, everybody had Trump's name in their rap song. Like, because people aspired to be Trump. Get over with the system, get as rich as you can, forget the rest of the people. That's how we treat each other anyway. So now that Trump has made it to the White House and is showing you who he's always been, like this person he is not new. He just used you all to get to where he needed and get more popularity in terms of pop culture.
Right.
And it worked because many of you have now put him in your songs that will live on forever.
Wow.
So a lot of you feel stupid. T.I. had him in his song. I believe it was a list. I think it was T.I. Not T.I. It was Lil Wayne, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, and I can't remember the name. The other one was like newer, younger artists. But that was the whole purpose of, well, that was his rebuttal back to them. And I don't agree with people attacking people the way because he makes sense. If you listen to what he said, instead of inserting your own perspective and opinion into what someone else is saying, you'll hear what they're saying. But we're so used to people double talking us and kind of hiding certain truths. But even if someone's lying to you, if you listen to what they're saying to you, you get all the understanding that you need. But you can't come at something. I said this a couple weeks ago. We judge each other based on our insecurities. So my fears, my hesitations, my guilt, all those things go into how I see you and perceive you. It has nothing to do with who Miles really is. It has everything to do with who Nate thinks he is and looking at you.
Right.
And I try never to give people advice or talk to people from my experience. I am looking at you and seeing what I see. That's it. And I really try to filter out any type of personal understanding at all. Right. And I think what they're doing to him is really, one, is very disrespectful, and it's clearly not helping him.
Right. And you gotta think too, like, a lot of the times, like, it's so difficult to be a celebrity and to have that high status of fame and fortune, and you gotta live a regular life like everybody else. So everything that you is gonna be scrutinized, gonna be twisted, and if you look into that, it's like you're gonna value yourself like what people say about you, even though it may not be true. People, if you pay too much attention to it, you can get off track of who you are and who you could be.
And part of the hurtful part of it all is that we allow ourselves to be guided by those principles